Well, hi there. It is just after 11 o'clock. Nijisanji desu. Kochira no jikan da yo. It's time to show up. I'm showing up. I'm glad you showed up. I appreciate every single one of you. Do the little YouTube dance, like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit, and let's shit in the box. I have spent today didn't spill my beer this time. I have spent today playing Techtonica. Made the mistake of looking at the Steam discussion forum for the game, which the studio went bankrupt. They released this game. It was not as successful as they had expected it to be, and they went bankrupt and they shut down, and people are losing their fucking mind, complaining that the game is abandoned. I don't even fucking know with people anymore. It just. This is a good game. A lot of people have worked very hard on this game, and they produced a really good piece of work, and they couldn't afford to continue working on it. What else can you say, dude? I mean, this is a reality in indie games, and just like we were talking about the game industry a couple of days ago, you know, there's very much a reality that when you're building indie games, you will work for a very, very long time, and you will make virtually no money, and you'll burn through all of your funding until you run out of it. And if you're lucky, you have a game before you run out of funding. And you put it out there into the market, and the response to the game is sufficient that you could keep going for a while. They kept going for a while. They went from an 0.5 release to a 1.0 release. They have a game that has a full narrative, that has that apparently has a completion. I'm not there yet. I have a problem in the game, actually. I'm really kind of annoyed by this, but there's a solution to it. I just haven't found it yet, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. Studios go out of business, and then the game is left in whatever state it's in, and we have all of these people in the consumer space that, for some reason, just don't think that's fair. Like, if you don't have any money and you shut down your studio, they're like, well, you suck, and you shouldn't be making games. And if you do make enough money, you just go, you know, I don't want to keep spending money on this game. I want to spend this money on a different game. So I'm going to shut this one down. They get mad about that too. The whole Stop Killing Games movement is out there being fucking lunatics about what you are and are not allowed to do with the game. And it's just, people make things, and once they've made the thing, they do not have to hang around and provide service and support for the people who like the thing. They can move on. They can go do other stuff. Whether they're going to go do other stuff because they can't do this shit anymore and they've got to go get a real job, or because they're tired of it and they want to go do something else. You can do that. You should be allowed to do that. And there's a huge amount of the public that really wants to, like, tell people what to do. I don't like that segment of the public. I really, I really think they need to shut the fuck up. But to get back to the subject of the actual game, Techtonica, Techtonica is very much what I wanted Satisfactory to be. Because when I was playing Factorio, I was like, I wish this was more like Minecraft. I wish Factorio was more like Minecraft. I wish it was 3D. I wish I could walk through my factory and like look at stuff. And Satisfactory did that. They said, here you go. We made it 3D. I didn't enjoy Satisfactory. I think I do still have it. I don't think I refunded it. I think I played it too long to refund it. Let me check. Satisfactory. Yeah, I only have like 3 hours in it. I was not fond of this game. I really didn't enjoy it to the level that I am enjoying Techtonica. And Techtonica is let me check. Techtonica is $30. And Satisfactory is $40. This is par for the course for me. And I'm not saying Satisfactory isn't worth $40. But what I am saying is, God, my nose itches. What I am saying is that I'm getting more for my $30 with Techtonica than I got for my $40 with Satisfactory. Now, to be clear, I got way more out of Factorio. Factorio was a much better game for me. I've got almost 500 hours in Factorio. And checking the store page, it's $35, so it sits right in between these two. And then there's the Space Age DLC, which of course I have. So that's much. I don't much care for the Space Age DLC, but it's a very good game, and I very much enjoy the game. I think it's an excellent game. Techtonica, it is difficult to say whether I like Techtonica more than I like Factorio. I very much like Factorio. Techtonica is simpler, and the way I like to play these games, if I jump into this, okay, I've got a fair bit of time in here. Let's take a look at how long I've been playing this. Apparently 19 hours, so like 20 hours of playtime with it. And that's on top of the 2 hours I did in the other save. But I'm not very efficient with these things. Like if you look over here, I've got this big hydroelectric power plant. And this hydroelectric power plant is running exactly one machine that is housing research cores. That's it. That's all it's doing. That's all it's running is this one machine. And is that core center, whatever they call it? I don't remember what they call it. Is this running off of an automation setup? No, it's a bunch of cores in a chest. I just put them in the chest. And the way I run this, the way that I operate this particular process, is I go over to the elevator. Damn it, it's over here. Yeah, there's the elevator. You can see the big metal frame of it off in the distance. The way that I do this is not to to run any kind of automation, I just go back to where I'm producing all of the cores, because I am producing the cores with the machine. I just go back to the level where I'm doing that. And when I get there, I walk over and I collect the cores out of the chest. Here's where I keep all of my cores. And look, I got another 125 of them. So, and I have once again been a dumbass and put my companion cube in it. And it's like my whole system is set up like this. Like, I do have a perpetual iron and copper setup, but it's like, look at this shit. Look at this belt here. It's the dumbest setup. It's because I've set up these two assemblers and I was like, oh, they need copper. I better run that over here. This one also needs iron, so I've got another little thing leading in there. And you come over here to my smelters, and my smelters are getting their fuel off of this line, and they're getting their ore off of this line. And it looks very similar to a Factorio setup, but it's also just kind of brain dead and dumb. And I've got this growth set up here for Kindlethorn, and then I've got Shiverthorn over here. And as you can see, the Shiverthorn seeds are backed up because I'm producing too many of them. My copper line is way over here. I've got a thresher here that is, I don't even remember what it's doing. Oh yeah, it's producing plant matter and Kindlethorn extract, which are going in here. And those in turn are, well, they're supposed to be feeding this plant matter frame. They're not. They're not feeding anything. So that's just sitting there doing nothing for no good reason. And here's my copper setup, and you can see over here that I've got fuel just piling up in storage, and I've got copper just piling up in storage, and all these things are all over the place. And I just go to wherever stuff is and grab it. I got this big block of research cores over here that it was a convenient place to throw them. And then over here was another convenient place to throw them. And there are almost 2,000 research cores, just like stacked in a big block. And they were all carried over here by hand and placed by hand. And they're blocking access to this copper vein because I needed space for my research cores more than I needed copper. It's not a very well designed factory. This is one of the things that drives people nuts about looking at me playing games like this. Because I just don't care. Wow, what? Is that running through the? Oh, wait, no. It just starts. It's not coming out of the freaking invisible tunnel. Okay. But one of the problems that I've got is you can see up here that I need to supply and upgrade production terminal X-ray and production terminal Victor by depositing mining charges. Well, remember I was down on level 4. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here because the mining charges are over here. They're over in this space on the other side of my little hydroelectric power plant. That's the little central core thing it's adding, all the cores. I should go put my additional research cores in there. There's like 200 that needs to go in there. It places the cores for you. So anyway, you can see over here that we've got this building. And that building has an additional wing off to the side. If you run over here and you come up the stairs to this, if you try to go through, there are other doors, first of all. If you try to go through this door, you can't. And if you try to go through this door over here, you can't. There's another door over here, and once again, you can't go through that door. And here, there is a window, and through that window, you can see there's some stuff you're supposed to scan. This is where you're supposed to get the mining charges, as I recall. The problem is, in order to get them, you need to open this door. So I come over to this door, and I go, okay, what do I need to open this door? And in order to open this door, I need advanced circuits. I need 220 advanced circuits. Well, okay, how do I make advanced circuits? Well, here's advanced circuits. It's tier 4 of Sector Victor's stuff, okay? I need to upgrade Sector Victor to produce advanced circuits so I can get through the door and get the mining charges. And as you can see, what I need to upgrade Terminal Victor is mining charges. This is a puzzle of some sort. I'm supposed to solve this in some way, and I don't know how. Because there's another building over on the other side. There's another building over here that there's another building over in this vicinity. There it is, right there. Across the water to get there. But in this building, right here, there's a door that I can't open because it needs advanced circuits and processor units. Well, if I come over here and I climb up the rocks, there's a hole in the roof. And if I go through the hole in the roof, I can get inside. So that's kind of the problem that I need to figure out. I need to work out how to get in there and get the mining charges, and I don't know how. You know, it just occurred to me, it would be funny if the mining charge technology was in there and not in the building that I think it is. Blast drill. And I do not see any blast charges. Go through all the stuff. Disco. See how that thing works. I've never seen how this thing works.
I don't ask you for much, Breaker, but I want those mining charges back at the warehouse. Don't forget that the processor unit you just made is exactly what we need to get through the door keeping us away from them.
Wait, so that must be a different door then. If that's a different door, then, huh. Okay. All right, let me bugger off over here. I don't typically do a lot of gameplay on this channel because I'm not fun to play games with. I'm just not. I do weird shit and I get confused by simple things. Let's go back to production terminal Lima. I keep wanting to call these ports. Port Lima, Port Vector, Port X-Ray. Okay, so let's head back over to the warehouse. Anyway, if I change, if I change to processor units, electrical components, and plant matter frame. Okay, so here's the electrical components, and here's the plant matter frames. Okay, make some processors, and I don't have this running any kind of automation. It's just kind of sitting here, so it will do its thing that it's doing. I don't remember where the door I'm supposed to open is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I don't know how interesting this is going to be. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and I'm just going to leave this run. And I'm going to go poke around various places. Now, let's see. Let's go to the storage level. The storage level may be the place I'm supposed to go. This place is so pretty. I think this is like tremendously overlooked when people talk about this. Ooh, I just got an achievement. I feel like people don't talk about just how pretty this place is, about how everything glows and shines and glistens, and it's just so nice, you know? Is this the thing I'm supposed to open? No, this thing is already open. This is the place that she said was, you know, they don't bother hanging around these places. They just set them up and leave. And I've already ransacked that whole place for everything that's in it. So I'll just poke around a little here. There's well, there's the waterfall. Hey, did I make the Unifinder thingy whatever? Omni-Seeker. I don't know what I'm supposed... This is confusing to me. I don't know how I'm supposed to put this into the assign to toolbar. Yeah. I guess. Swap target. Ooh, what am I looking for here? Fragments, upgrades. Positional proximity. Well, I don't actually see it getting any better. It's not improving. Well, hold on. It's going up, so maybe there is something in here. Hey. Maybe. Positional proximity. Was this it? Oh, this is it. There it is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. I thought there was only the one door that I hadn't gone through. Oh boy, now I don't know how to get out of here. Okay. I'll put that away now. And now I'll bugger on over here, and yeah. Huh. I never would have found that without the Omni Seeker. If I hadn't have built that, I would have known that. This almost looks dramatic. If I were watching this video, I would think that was a setup. But I swear, I just never built the Omni Seeker. I'm making a bunch of processors, and I don't know how many I'm going to end up with in the end. And I don't. I just really don't care. Was it storage I was in? Yeah, I think it was storage. I think it was the storage level, wasn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, no, I can't scan any of those things. I can scan that. You scan things and they jump into your inventory. Oh. Okay. Let's come through here and around here, and we jump, and we jump, and we jump, and we jump. There we go.
Facility access door unavailable. Refer to display panel for self-repair requirements.
Right in there we go.
We're in.
Right.
Scan those mining charges. And that computer has something up with it, too. Something keeps pinging this terminal with the most irritating supply requisition I've ever seen. Wait. It's the Excalibur. But why would they requisition? Hold on. It's not a requisition at all. Someone is using the supply management system to send a distress call?
Automated distress call received. Waypoint added to system display.
An automated distress call? I've only ever seen one of these in training. It shouldn't even happen. These beacons only light up when someone becomes unable to trigger a distress call themselves. Or worse. We need to find the source of that signal. Somebody needs our help.
Oh, all right. You're lucky I'm Church of England. It's on level 7. I can't get to level 7 yet. Okay. Well, can't be helped. I'll just fuck off and do whatever for several days. That's what I always do. All right, so let's jump over here. And 40 mining charges, 50 mining charges, 5 modern points, 320 megajoules of accumulated power, and 10 blast drones. The reason I have actually had Techtonica in my library for over 6 months, and I haven't been playing it, because you use your right stick to go from page to page in the schematic library, and this is next to impossible with an OG Steam controller because it doesn't have a stick, it has a touchpad. So, yeah. So I had to wait until the new Steam controller, which had additional. So that was nice.
Task inbound. Mining charge. Manual placement and detonation required. Unaha's worksuit shielding in effect.
Manufacturing those mining charges is going to require Shiverthorn extract. You'll find Shiverthorn out by the warehouse, and you can work with it the same way you work with Kindlevine. Plant it, thresh it, and thresh it again.
There we go. Thorn extract. Already got some. So, let's have a look at that again. Kindlethorn extract and Shiverthorn extract. Okay, so. Kindlethorn extract, right here. Shiverthorn extract, right here. And what else do we need for this? Where is it? Right at the top, resource extraction. I'm a dumbass. And plant matter fiber. Plant matter fiber? Oh my god. Where am I going to find plant matter fiber? Okay, so, inspect. You know what? We're going to change this over to mining charges. And we're going to go 500 that, 500 that, 500 that. Nothing else. And now let's go, fuck off. Last piece. Industrials and monorails. So, for blast processor units that I got. We got 86. Okay, so cool on that. We got our 100 processor units. Now we need our 40 drills, and I have got enough to make my 40 drills right there, but I need my reinforced iron frames. 40 reinforced iron frames and big reinforced iron frames. This empty. Ooh. See, I'm just like, I'm stupid. I don't build the new production line for this. I just go, oh, this has to be made in one of these, so I'll just make a new one. Reinforced iron frame. Well, we'll start with iron frames. Start with iron frames. Throw 500 iron in there. We need to start off with 40. That's 800 iron frames. Yeah, so that's going to take forever. Anyway, solved my problem. The problem, as usual, is that I am a dumbass. But yeah, that's the situation as it stands at the moment. I am very much enjoying this game. It's kind of it is very much a sort of it is very much a Factorio but more Minecraft, and not as much combat. No combat, actually. I like the no combat aspect. That's really cool. But I'm very much enjoying this, and I think you'll enjoy it too. I don't know. You might enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. But, you all like different kinds of games, and that's fine. So, yeah, again, do the little YouTube dance, like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. And, okay, bye.